Lately, my colleagues and I have been very impressed with the results we're seeing with glutathione, particularly the liposomal and IV forms. So today we'll be discussing the benefits of glutathione and how to get it into your body. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and be sure to hit the alert button to be notified of new videos each week. So first, what is glutathione? So glutathione is an antioxidant that's produced in the cells, and it's comprised of three amino acids. And in general, glutathione levels in the body go down due to aging, poor nutrition, environmental toxins, and stress. So, for instance, now during COVID period, we're ending the COVID period, but there's still a lot of infections going on. A lot of us have stress. A lot of us have environmental toxins, and some of us, especially during the pandemic, weren't able to eat that well. And so these are some of the things that make glutathione just so useful and powerful. Now, there are several ways to get glutathione. Um, Perhaps the easiest way to get glutathione is to take whey protein. So, whey protein increases glutathione supply in the body, and so that would be one excellent way of using whey protein or getting glutathione in the body. What I do is I basically take a scoop of whey protein in my smoothie in the morning, and that's one way I get glutathione in the body. Now, another way that you can get glutathione in the body is by taking a supplement called NAC, and that stands for N-acetylcysteine. And this has been used for several decades, particularly for resolving mucus, and also for healthy lung function. So in some countries, I believe NAC is actually an approved drug, and I believe it may have been an approved drug in the 1970s in the United States, and that's why supply, sometimes it's available and sometimes it's not available in the pharmacy or the health food store. But NAC is an excellent way to build up glutathione in the body, particularly if you have lung problems or mucus problems. And then the nutritional supplement SAMe. Now, SAMe is mostly used for chronic pain, chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, and also liver detoxification. SAMe also generates glutathione in the body. So this is one of the ways that SAMe works to help people with liver diseases. So now let's look at some of the benefits of glutathione. So number one, it reduces oxidative stress. So we do know that cancer, diabetes, autoimmune disease, these help generate oxidative stress. So glutathione basically raises antioxidant levels and helps you resist stress. And then it, glutathione may improve psoriasis, and then a key understanding of what glutathione is, it really is very good for regenerating and repairing the liver. And that's how I first heard of it. I first heard of it by a naturopath named Dr. Walter. He's no longer alive, but Dr. Walter is an expert in detoxification. And so Dr. Walter actually recommended glutathione, particularly the liposomal forms of glutathione, because they're very well absorbed into the body. And so, one of the things that Dr. Walter talked about is in his detoxification programs, he always used either NAC or glutathione for all his patients undergoing detoxification. Now, what you should know is that glutathione is specifically useful for people with fatty liver disease. So more and more of us, unfortunately, are coming up with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and the good news is that basically 300 milligrams or more for 4 months has been shown to help reverse non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Glutathione also improves insulin resistance in older individuals. And so basically, it improves the ability to use uptake insulin. And so it's helpful for diabetics. Now, the other benefit for people with glutathione that I've actually noticed personally is although the studies show that the mobility increases for people with a peripheral artery disease. So you may have a relative, and this is particularly seen by people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. They have really bad circulation, and it makes it hard to walk around because they get cramping. Another aspect of this is um, restless leg syndrome at night. So the bottom line is to increase peripheral, to improve peripheral artery disease, which helps people's walking, but also I've found for joint pain, glutathione can be very, very useful. So I basically was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome recently. This follows a 5-hour operation I had last year. And so I basically did 8 IV treatments, that's intravenous treatments of glutathione. And then I also take it every day orally. And I've noticed that my knee pain, because I have arthritis in my knee, and tendonitis also is greatly reduced. And so I'm able to walk better. And so basically in peripheral artery disease, what the studies show is that glutathione improves circulation. And again, it improves pain-free walking distance. So in a couple of weeks, it's improved my knee performances. So I'm able to go for longer walks. Glutathione reduces symptoms of Parkinson's disease. It may help fight autoimmune disease. So, partly because it helps reduce oxidative stress, it may be useful to help the immunological response. And so, it's thought that it basically helps protect the mitochondria and also may help the immunological response, which is why they think it's useful in autoimmune disease. Now, this is really surprising. Now, I have a background in kids with autism. Many of you don't know that. And unfortunately, the autistic kids I worked with back in the 1970s had severe autism. And one I can think of particularly would have no problem banging his head against the wall for 10 hours a day. So these are severe autism people. And so it's claimed that transdermal, that's skin applications of glutathione, help some patients with autism. But this is not the main treatment I would use if I had an autistic child or a autistic relative or patient. I would suggest referring somebody to an integrative physician who has expertise in autism, and I may also use a neurologist or pediatrician that specializes in autism. But again, if there are plenty of resources, glutathione may help some of the symptoms of autism, but I don't think it's a cure. I just wanted to be sure about that. And basically, glutathione may improve the long-term impact of diabetes. You know, in doing the clinic for many years, one of the things that I felt was a real problem is people with uncontrolled diabetes, and I've seen people that have had um, amputations due to diabetes. I've seen people who are impotent due to diabetes. I've seen people who are facing amputations for diabetes. It's a very serious disease. And so anything that can be used to help people control blood sugars and help correct oxidative damage, then glutathione is excellent for diabetics. And then glutathione may reduce respiratory disease symptoms. And this is mainly in the form of NAC, N-acetylcysteine. So if you do the best way, in my opinion, of getting glutathione in the body, if you have lung problems, asthma, cystic fibrosis, or too much mucus, I would recommend glutathione in the form of NAC in those cases. And so, like I mentioned, glutathione can be taken IV. It can also be taken inhaled. It can also be taken IM, although I've been told by my pharmacist friend it's kind of painful to take a glutathione by intramuscular injection. And then it can be taken in various food forms. And so the best food form to get glutathione in the body is, that's right, we talked about it, whey protein. Now, cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, and bok choy also help to build up glutathione in the body, as well as garlic and onions. Eggs also help boost glutathione in the body, as does lean proteins such as fish and chicken. And then other foods that help boost glutathione include milk thistle, flaxseed, and of course, whey, which we mentioned. Occasionally, people have insomnia or sleep problems are worsened by glutathione. The solution to that is that you want to take it earlier in the day. So, in conclusion, glutathione is a powerful antioxidant that's made in the body cells, and its levels decrease as a result of aging, stress, and toxic exposure. And that boosting glutathione can produce many health benefits, including helping people with fatigue, liver detoxification, and also helping people that have brain fog. This concludes today's podcast on the benefits of glutathione. I trust you found this information useful. Be sure to subscribe, that really helps us, and let us know what you think. For more information, visit our website, getwellfoundation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.